Mom, Darius said a bad thing about me on his show.
Engage.
Greetings and salutations. Welcome to Winners Don't Use Drugs, presented by Engage Gaming, episode 79. I'm Darius here with Zac.
What's up?
And 78% of Nolan.
You know what? I'm probably about up to 86.
86. Oh,
Yeah.
we feeling good then.
Today's been a good day so
Okay.
far.
I know Saturday we put you to
All
work.
downhill from
Yeah,
here.
Saturday was not great. Yeah.
had a little brief intermission. Had to lay out for a second, stretch it out, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm glad you're able to make it.
Yeah.
Had a lot of gaming stuff go on. You know, we getting the next wave, I guess, for the rest of the year, or at least what we can expect to be seeing as we transition into like summer games, and we getting ready for Street Fighter, Final Fantasy, and Diablo, and everybody else is gonna have to just like stop for a little while. I'm sorry, nothing personal.
Shit, we got Zelda next month.
Got
Zelda
got
next
the Tears
month.
of the Kingdom coming.
Star Wars, what, next week?
Yeah, Star Wars is coming out. I'm gonna try to start the first one.
No, you're not.
I downloaded it at home too.
You have to play it. You have to play it.
Yeah.
I've had it downloaded on mine for over a year now.
I have to watch you get to the end.
You want me to stream it? Is what you're saying?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I love to watch folks get to the end, especially if they don't know what the end is.
Yeah, I have no idea.
Great.
Somehow I've stayed away from like I don't know what happens in The Mandalorian. I don't know what happens in like any of the side.
Let me tell you about what's going on in Mandalorian.
No.
Oh.
I think it's because, I don't hardly ever see Star Wars spoilers. I never saw anything
You know
when
what, that's
Force
yeah.
Awakens came out.
Star Wars fans are actually usually pretty good about that. They want everybody to see it themselves.
But on comic book people give you 2.5 days for any content, bro.
Yep.
It'd be like, and it's not even just the fans.
It's like, it's out on Thursday at midnight. You got till Sunday at about 3.
Dude, it's
Like,
all of
you
like,
hadn't seen it yet? Well, let me say.
all the media stuff. Like you'll go to YouTube, you'll go on like any sort of news thing. If you go to like gaming sites, and they'll be like, "It's crazy what Kang did to them and Ant-Man." Right? Let me show you this part.
Yeah.
You'll be like,
Yeah.
why is that the front page?
Yeah, well, that's like one of the only things that we will try to go the first couple days is out, just because we don't want to be spoiled or anything. It's like you almost have to go see it immediately.
We need you to see the Mario movie so that we could talk about all the nostalgia that's in the Mario movie.
I ain't got nothing to do after the doctor's on Wednesday, and I'm taking the rest of the week off.
Uh-oh.
To screw everybody else.
Go watch it.
I might go watch it Wednesday.
Yeah.
Phrasing.
Little man, yeah. Little phrasing in there, but that's okay. That's okay.
What? What?
Don't worry about it. No, yeah, you got to see the movie. It's a good movie.
It's
a fun movie to watch.
I've only heard good things, so.
It was like it's not like the greatest animated masterpiece or anything
Right.
like that, right?
It's
but
based on Mario.
well, here's the thing. I saw an article where they were like, if this is the new baseline for video game movies, like you talk about Sonic and Mario and like some of the other video game like adaptations we've gotten, whether it's television or whatever it is, they're like, if this is the new baseline of what we get video game based content, it's in a really good spot. Like it, you know.
Yeah.
I hear people talking about all the other Nintendo properties that they want to be turned into movies, and I really don't want that.
No.
Just because, one, you see how long it took them to make the Mario movie.
Yeah.
Like,
And you think folks are upset about his voice. Can you imagine if nobody likes the voice to Link?
who ain't ever talked anyway?
Exactly.
Other than going, yeah.
Everybody has what he sounds like in their head.
Right,
And,
that sound like an elf dude.
and when they hire Idris Elba to do his voice,
I'm Link, the hero. You got Princess Lee saving? Like, no, please don't do that. I know my Idris Elba is terrible, but yeah, who cares?
that was about it.
Yeah, I mean, that's what he's gonna sound like, trying to sound like Link.
I think I'd be okay with it because I actually really like him. So.
Oh, I do too. But
Exactly. Which is why they would hire him, and there would be this huge lash.
now you know what they're gonna do with Idris Elba.
Backlash. It's like,
you know exactly
Idris
who he's
Elba,
gonna-
this is
He's being
awful.
Gandalf.
Of course he's gonna be Ganon.
Well,
you got that Triforce of I need it. Give it to us, love. I'm making him sound like Kano from Mortal Kombat, the first one.
He'd be a good Kano.
Bro, actually, he would
be good at
he would
anything.
be
Really.
he'd be a fantastic.
I really wanted him to be the next James Bond.
Oh,
honestly.
yeah, let's not.
Oh,
let's
everybody
not do
did,
that because
Yeah.
I had fell off the James Bond movies. I ain't gonna front. You know what I'm saying? The last time I seen
I-
it, Pierce Brosnan was in the BMW. So
Oh, wow. I
yeah,
saw
oh, yeah.
Casino Royale. I hadn't seen one since. and I like that one a lot.
You're doing yourself a disservice.
All right, so remember I did
I
the
heard
same
the one
thing.
after that wasn't so great.
It's not. That's Quantum of Solace. It's
Yeah,
probably
I heard
it's
that
probably
one was
the
kind of the weakest one, but the other ones are really
Listen.
good. Yeah.
So I watched Casino Royale. I was like, oh, it's pretty good.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
pretty
see
good,
what they're talking about. And then Zach was like, you got to watch the other ones, get ready for the new one. And I'm like, I mean, sure.
because it's actually the first time they've really like tied the story.
Like had a
Yes.
storyline that kept going.
So
yeah.
you watch Quantum of Solace. I still liked it a lot, but I get why people are like,
Yeah.
you got to rank
It's the
them.
weakest one.
Yeah,
It's the weak one, yeah.
buddy. Let me tell you, movies series don't usually keep doing this as they end. And the last movie is the best movie.
Oh, yeah.
It is incredible. It is a fantastic.
Daniel
journey.
Craig really did a good job with his role.
I can see why he's going to want to disappear and not do like all the movies he's done since then. He's got like a full like sweater on so he can be fat because, but they had him out here.
He's really good in the movies where he's
Knives
playing.
Out.
Yeah, the Knives Out movies. Yeah, he's really good in those too.
Let's not talk about video. Let's talk about movies we've enjoyed over the past decade or so. I just feel like this is
No, but we'll go back to the Mario movie. It hits all the spots. Like it doesn't matter how old you are, or what level of expertise you have in the Mario series. Like,
Yes,
there's going to be
that's-
something for you. Like when they played the opening theme of the fucking TV show from the 80s.
Yeah,
like that
which
was
is
like
commercial they did.
The rap,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
yeah. Everybody should have already seen it because they put the
That
commercial
was
out.
like the Super Bowl trailer, right?
Yeah.
I think it was, yeah.
Yeah. So I mean, that part alone is like, oh no, they get it. And like, I know you hadn't watched it yet. I don't want to say too much, but like the voice thing, I honestly didn't realize. I'll be honest with you, I forgot who was voicing Mario. Not because they did such a great Mario voice, but it's like the voice thing isn't
you get
really.
in it doesn't
Yeah,
matter,
like
yeah.
it doesn't like suspend disbelief for 30 minutes and go watch the thing and have fun. But also, I appreciate Keegan Michael Key actually doing a completely different voice for
Yeah, you
Toad.
couldn't tell.
Yeah, he was just told. Like I don't even know who that character is. That's just told. But yeah, fantastic movie, man. Go see it. It's like the #1 animated movie. I guess
I know it was the biggest opening or something
Yeah.
like that for an animated film.
They're
So
like
I was like
500 mil in
That's pretty good.
2 weeks. Yeah,
And then Charlie Day's Luigi was great.
yeah. I honestly, and again, I'm not trying to say too much, but like, did it feel like he had like more lines than Mario?
A little bit.
Yeah.
Well, I
you
don't
know,
know, because-
not even more. It just felt like everybody.
No, I wouldn't say that because there was a big chunk of the movie
Yeah.
where he wasn't in it.
Obviously, he's Luigi. He's not gonna. But no, what it felt like was like everybody had equal like amount of screen time and lines and things like that to get all of their characters and really, you know, it's sold everybody. So like there will be fans of characters coming out of the movie. Like obviously Jack Black is Bowser. He's gonna do his thing, and now all of a sudden everybody likes.
Yeah, I was
Bowser
not
even more.
expecting the direction that they went with Bowser.
Fantastic direction, but also makes sense why they got Jack Black.
Yeah.
So anyway, go watch it. Nolan included.
I will try.
You got to the next episode. People gonna want to know.
We'll do a whole Mario movie episode.
I will.
We'll just watch the movie on here. And
I will have infinitely more time come tonight.
yeah.
No, this time tomorrow. I will have infinitely more free time, at least for the next coming weeks anyway. So, yay.
Yay.
But yeah, so we're going to talk some video games stuff.
Games and things.
We had some weird news come about this weekend. I know you read up on it. You want to go ahead and...
Yeah, so everybody, well, I won't say everybody, but most people are familiar with a early access game called Dark and Darker. It was like a battle royale slash kind of...
it was medieval Tarkov.
There you go, medieval Tarkov, right? You go into the zone, your whole thing was to find loot, bring it back out. You can either, leave first sign of trouble, or you can try to keep going deeper. You're fighting against a bunch of other teams. It's persistent.
PvP, PvE.
Yep, because there are the enemies that are scattered about. But anyway, the game
And it's fucking hard.
It
At
is
first.
it is extremely, the learning curve is there. Like you will feel it immediately. You will come across somebody and be like, how come I swung my thing at him, but then I dropped to the ground 2 seconds later? Or somebody's playing a thief like Jonathan was playing and was always invisible, and then he stabbed you one time and you just crumple down.
Backstab, baby.
Yeah. They get the backstabbers in full effect in that game. But it was getting this kind of groundswell of popularity, and it was still in early access. And the
It was
team
picking up speed, honestly.
Yeah,
Especially this last beta they had. Yeah, I think it got a lot of popularity.
a lot of streamers, giving it a focus, and people really kind of being like, okay, what's this? And one of the things I learned by looking into this situation with it is that it is a Korean-based company. Did not know that because it is a medieval fantasy type of game, and they did a great job.
And it's very, if you didn't know who made it and you just played it, it's very westernized.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I wouldn't be surprised if somebody from Europe or from Canada or the States made it. But then you told me it was Korean. I'm like, really?
Oh, yeah, it's one of the things that stuck out when I looked into it. But the biggest news over the weekend about the game is that they are being sued by a company you may have heard of called Nexon. Shout out to Maple Store 1 only, not 2. And so the company that is making Dark and Darker, it's called Ironhead Studios. They are comprised of people who used to work for Nexon. So Nexon's claim, which this lawsuit is in Korea, as far as I know, it doesn't have any reach outside of that as far as the litigation aspect of it is. But the game has been delisted from Steam because of it, because since Steam is an international platform, they would be breaking certain laws by listing a game that is pending litigation of this type of copyright infringement specifically. Nexon is alleging that the people from Ironhead Studios who used to work for them took assets from a game they were making called P3 and essentially put it in that's Dark and Darker. Like they're saying this is their game. The people who used to work at Nexon said that the game was pitched to Nexon. They said no. These people left Nexon, started their own company, and bought assets from the Unreal Engine marketplace. And that's what they're using to make Dark and Darker. And it looks like the game that they're talking about because it was the game that they were making that they were told no on. But Nexon is now saying that that's not true, that it's their actual assets, which Ironhead said they put it through some third-party investigative group or whatever who does this thing about making sure that you don't have anything that's copyright infringing. And they said that they came out clear. But the problem is the other game doesn't actually officially exist, so we don't know, how could you cross-reference it against something that hasn't been released to anybody, not even just the general public.
Because it wasn't even announced yet, right?
Exactly. Like they had been working on something, and the more I learn about, how games are made, one of the things that happens is they give them a bunch of prototypes. They have all these different groups, small groups, make prototypes of whatever the game. They said, we'll make Project Nolan. And we're like, all right, well, so what's Project Nolan? It's like, go make something and bring it to us. And we'll say yay or nay. And then we all move towards that particular game. So it was at least the only thing that you can get clear right now is that there was something that was similar to Dark and Darker that was presented to Nexon at some point by this group. Not the exact same thing, but a similar concept and things like that. And they said no. So as what often happens in the industry, especially nowadays where we see all of these indie groups pop up, you have a group, they present something that they feel like is really good, company says no, they feel passionate about it, they leave, they go make that game anyway, and then in a lot of cases it ends up blowing up. So it's a weird situation to the where Ironhead is still trying to move forward with the next alpha and all of that stuff for Dark and Darker, but it's not on Steam anymore, so they had to resort to listing torrents. And torrents are not inherently illegal. Okay, just in case people are unclear, it is a way for people to transfer files from each other peer to peer, at the most efficient way. And you can pull from a bunch of people at once, It's just like what Napster was doing and, a lot of other things. But it is not illegal in the base form of itself. So just because they have
people just do illegal shit with it.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. It's usually against the law to host something, like specifically here.
Yeah.
It's against the law to host something, but technically it's not against the law to download it.
Yeah. And it's not against the law for you to host your own game. So, it's their game. It's they own the problem with, what other people were doing with it is that you putting somebody else's movie on the internet.
Well, yeah.
Or music or game.
Yeah. So, but because I saw them saying that, you had to torrent Dark and Darker's alpha, I'm like, well, let me see what's going on. And then found out all the stuff that's going on with it. And it's really wild because I don't think I've heard of games being delisted from Steam for that reason. You know what I'm saying? Usually it's
or
Steam.
they're so small that it doesn't.
I feel like I've heard something similar before, but
they're so small
nobody cares about it.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases, if it's games like that, sometimes they are actually just stealing.
Yeah.
They're like, if y'all catch me, y'all catch me. If not,
Hey, man.
Make
remember when Nolan said about dude with the controller? And nobody say nothing, so I didn't say
Nobody
nothing.
say nothing.
which
It's not wrong.
we found clarification
Update?
on the Street Fighter 6 controller situation.
Mixbox is back in play.
Yes, mixed boxes and hitboxes aren't actually banned. It's the program in them, like you were talking about. But the companies that make these boxes are putting out firmware updates to try and fix this problem.
Yeah, I'd heard Hitbox came out and was trying to submit a firmware update to Evo to see if.
Yeah. Apparently, the early story, there's no confirmation of what's going to happen, but there's rumors that if you go to Evo with like a hitbox or something, you have to get a firmware update at
Like
Evo.
that's what I
at the
figured.
event.
That's what I was wondering. Is like, well, how are they going to make sure everybody got it? It's like they're going to have everybody plug the thing in and
Essentially.
then go play. It's like,
Yeah.
that's what you got to do.
Everybody with Mixboxes, stop at this desk.
Stop
Yeah,
at
there's
the
probably
station.
like a station to a
Yep.
firmware update
Like,
station.
we will not put you in your pool until you check in over here, and then once you do, your stick can't leave.
Exactly.
You got to do it every day or something. So
Which I mean is reasonable because the whole point about it is trying to make sure that people don't have an unfair advantage. But
Which I'm all
also,
for.
yeah. But also there are people who this is their preferred way of playing the game.
Yeah.
They're not playing this version of this. They're not using this controller to cheat. This is just what they feel most comfortable with, and there's no reason to punish those people because somebody might try to use this device to cheat. So I think it's a really good resolution if this is what it turned out to be. We don't have a confirmation yet, but it does feel like this is probably
this
what's
is the
gonna
way
happen.
that it's going.
Yeah, which is good for everybody because that would have sucked, bro.
we're
Not even
rough.
just for Zach, like one personally for Zach because I know him, but like there would have been
There's a
some
bunch of
professional
people that play
players
that.
that would have
Yeah.
been like, "Yo, I can't do my job because I've been allowed to use this thing to do my profession, and now you're saying
Now you're saying I can't.
and my
do it.
performance is literally going to take a dive. There's no way around it. Like that's just how this works. So super cool.
It's like in basketball. I'm telling you can't wear sneakers. You can only wear socks to play.
Yeah, that really would have.
That'd be an interesting game.
That'd be-
A lot
I
of
feel
injuries.
like the injuries
There'd be
that
a
we
lot
already
of
had.
injuries.
Yeah, no, his leg. No, I got knocked off. Yeah, because
sliding around everywhere.
Like it was a very bad combination of two people sliding at the perfect angle, and he slid through his leg. Yeah, it was
wow.
bad. I don't know why they both decided to wear church socks. Something about getting ready for the playoffs. I didn't get it. Clearly not the right decision.
Yeah, well.
Bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off.
Some other stuff happened this weekend, this last week. Sony had a state of play.
Yes, sir.
Did.
And wasn't it exclusively Final Fantasy?
Yeah,
It was.
this is like the last.
This is their big. I mean, this is pretty much like what Nintendo did with.
Zelda.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's like this is, and from the reactions I've heard so far in the last few days since it aired,
We
it's like
back with the bros?
Oh yeah. But
Yeah.
I think there's gonna actually be some female companions. I think I've seen a couple of clips where it looks like they were.
so. The biggest thing that gets me, and I'm kind of surprised I hadn't heard more about it, but I guess folks really don't care. But I don't
Yeah.
know. To me, I'm a diehard old school
Yes.
fan.
Yeah.
So, to me, the series is always a turn-based RPG series. That's
Hasn't
what I
been
grew
for a
up
while, but
grew up with. I know, because I think we talked about the other day. I hadn't played one since really 12,
Yeah.
and that was the first one I didn't even finish.
Yeah.
I got like halfway through it, and one day I still plan to go through it. But it's a straight action game now.
Yes.
It's an action RPG now. You're only controlling one character. You'll have other characters.
You have things you can set on the other characters.
But it's mostly a one character game. You're almost always playing the one dude.
I have a theory about that too. They're and it's not like a disparaging remark on Square, but they are chasing that cloud high again. Like I feel like that's why they make you play one person.
Yeah.
is they're really trying to push the main character thing on you.
Well, I think after the work on the remake 7.
Mm-hmm.
I'm starting to think some of that might have been a proof of concept that they could do something like this, because obviously this game would have already been in development then.
Yeah.
But I've heard folks say, "Oh, this is basically the Japanese trying to chase what's big around the world now, and what's the biggest fantasy action RPG in the last 10 years."
Elden Ring.
Before that, Witcher 3.
Oh yeah. Oh, that's good. That's a good comp. That's a really good comp.
You just got the one character, and you're playing his story, and there's other stuff going on around him, and but maybe this is them again trying to appeal more to Western audiences.
Mm-hmm. Or he did.
Yeah, he's definitely dead.
He's out of here. Those of you who didn't see, a giant rock. For those of you who listen, giant rock fell on the guy as they were sliding down like a cavern or something. He's gone though,
with a nice blood splash on.
Yeah, it was a little, just
in case. Yeah, just in case you didn't think he's dead. Oh, he dead.
So another thing that I've noticed from this state of play, just what they've been showing throughout all the trailers for 16, is they're going back, which I liked a lot, is the ability to show a character age. Because they did, they had the thing in 15 where they do the not as much of a gradual, as much of like kind of a jump in time type of thing. But I think they want to do more of you see them as they go, again, focusing on that one character, seeing their development from not even just being like, new recruit into the mercenaries to being the hero of the story, but being more of you see them from childhood all the way through and seeing like important milestones before, which is a great way also to do a prologue, which I'm pretty sure most of this is gonna, like, knowing Final Fantasy, especially like the going off 15. Yeah, the prologue is gonna be like 3.5 hours.
Oh yeah. I'm sure this is it here.
Yeah. All of the stuff.
Just in case anybody was concerned the last time we talked about the game, and I talked about they just kill kids. Well, apparently it turns out the kid is a Phoenix. So
gonna need to.
And if anybody knows what,
gonna need to kill him.
Yeah, Phoenix rise again.
Phoenix is, they always come back to life. So
just need a Phoenix down.
See, that's exactly why.
Yeah, when you use the little Phoenix feather comes down.
The Phoenix down, brings you back to life, because that's what Phoenixes do. So, but I was like, oh, he isn't dead.
Phoenix, right?
I mean, he might come through when you die and be like, objection, you ain't dead. Yes, I'm back. Capcom, you have so much. Again, we're going to keep telling y'all this to y'all. Pay attention to this podcast that I know y'all don't listen to. You have so much things you could do to make games fun, and you just refuse to. Just throw that into any game. As soon as somebody gets ready to die, just have them come out, just objection. And then,
there's a whole court case.
Yeah.
About why you aren't actually dead.
He was blocking when that strike hit. No chip damage deaths. Oh, he's right. But no, I think everything about this game is a continuation of 15 in the best ways possible. Because the things that 15 tried to do really well, I just don't think that we could do it yet. As far as like the massive size of what they wanted to make the world.
It looks amazing.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah. Crazy. Square just refuses to. Is this one using Unreal? Is this?
I think this one's using Unreal.
Okay, yeah, because they finally got on board. That White Ninja stuff was getting a little. Gotta let that go.
I mean, they could make really good cutscenes with that. But,
yes.
And that's like the big thing too. I noticed it's like most of these scenes in here, like the cutscenes and stuff, most of this is in engine. If not all of it.
Yeah, I hadn't seen anything that I didn't think was not in engine.
Yeah.
Maybe some of the summons, the big where everything is massive.
Because there's one part where I thought, well, this might be CG and it's near the end, but then all of a sudden you're running up the little thing, and then all of a sudden you start to move and dodge and stuff. It's okay, never mind. This is in engine too.
And also, this one did what I know a lot of people complained about 15 is clearly there's a refocus on magic being a thing again, because I can understand a lot of people who didn't like that aspect of just there was almost little to no focus on magic. It was all about the weapons being more of the source of power compared to, some summons and all. Like, summons were in the game, but they're not like they don't do what traditionally summons did. They really just do like a large attack one time, and
all these freaking punks who came in after 7.
I know, bud.
Screw them.
But I'm happy that they're trying to find a balance going back. Like I said, as soon as I saw crystals in the first like trailer they talked about, I was like, oh, I'm back in. Yeah, because that's what Final Fantasy is about.
That's what fantasy. I mean, starting from the first game, man.
It's about the crystals. Okay, they're going to get
crystals.
destroyed or captured or whatever. Like you're not going to be able to stop it from happening, but you will get slightly stronger each time you go through these areas, and then eventually you will fight God and you will strike God down in the name of light. Because God will lose his mind and start being evil and stuff. You know how this works.
And there was also kind of a time skip in that game because everybody started off small and then you turned out large. And, you know, it's like, shoot, let's get back to the roots.
Start off small and get large.
Now, if only I can get something that looks like this in a remake of Final Fantasy VI.
You know what? I think we won't.
Because yes, I'm one of those old folks that says 6 is still the best one. I'm sorry.
They still got to finish 7.
Yeah, they ain't gonna finish 7.
Nah,
first and foremost.
I know.
I think we probably won't get any of those old ones remade just because I think that they don't want to do like 6 especially. 6, you have like what 13 party members you can get.
It's a lot. Yeah, I don't know the exact number anymore, but it's a lot.
Like that's one of the things that Square has consistently moved away from as they just all of their games is less huge parties, which I miss. I miss having like 14 people and then having like 8 of them be under leveled when it really matters. I love that. Like all of a sudden, you know, you get to a part and they're like, all right, so we're going to split your team up and you got to play with everybody now. So remember the one guy who does like the gambling thing that you hate? You got to play with him now.
You have to play with him now. Yeah, because everybody else is like stuck on the ground or something.
Yeah, good luck. He sucks. Remember how you was playing with you was playing with the guy that could suplex trains? Oh no, we're gonna take him away from you for a while because you seem to be beating all the bosses too fast.
Yeah,
because you know how to do a 360 motion on the SNES pad, so you're pretty much too strong. So now you get to play with gambling guy.
I play Street Fighter.
Exactly. Play with gambling guy. You get to play with the what was it like the wild girl who had like the cat or something with her. Oh no, she wore the loincloth, like the leopard skin loincloth type of thing.
That was a boy.
Was that a boy?
Yeah, it was Gal.
With the green hair?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So you got that person, which you might have played with. I didn't. Okay.
There were 2 or 3 characters in that game that you could just miss.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Gal being one of them, I think. Gal, Go-Go.
Did you have to get gambling guy? I feel like you could have skipped him.
No. Yeah, you do have to get him because that's the only way you end up getting your own airship.
Was it the what is it, the Moogle thing? Was that a
I think you do, yeah, because you meet them in the cave and he becomes a party member at a certain point, yeah.
But anyway, wins games where you can miss party members, okay?
Yeah.
Which makes the replay value increase.
As long as I had Cyan.
Yeah.
With the offering and the Genji glove and that sword and like particular swords. So the offering, I think one of the 2 doubled your attacks. If you gave them 2 swords, the other one gave you like a certain percentage to cleave, which would kill anybody just on hit. So if he had two swords, he had 2 attacks per turn. But with the item equipped, it was 4 attacks.
4
so you're like 1, 2,
up dead.
Cleave. Oh, perfect. Fight's over.
We'll never get
so awesome.
As the games move on to this action RPG, we'll never get the ability to cheese our way through 16 hours of a game.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cut this whole section down real
Although
quick.
the combat in this game looks pretty crazy.
Well, I like
the amount of stuff you'll be able to do. Now I wonder what they call them.
With the summons, what they call? Oh,
icons.
Yeah. But they spell it weird now.
So
it's EIKON.
Yeah. So I know.
The fuck is wrong with people, man?
I know,
That's why we can't have nice things.
The main character is pretty much just Ifrit, but later on
he gets other things though, doesn't he?
Maybe because other characters are other things like he's fighting you're fighting somebody who has Titan and Ramu and this guy. I think this guy turns into Ramu.
Yeah, I think he
is. You see Titan later on. You see Garuda.
She was some version that looked like it could be Shiva. We saw ice powers.
Yeah,
we assume ice powers is going to be Shiva. Otherwise, it'll be weird.
Odin.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
But I'm starting to wonder if this turns into like a.
I thought this was coming out in May. It's coming out in June.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. It's a June game. Yeah.
Why?
Yeah,
because they want you to not be able to
for some reason this year they decide there's Shiva there.
Yeah.
But for some reason, everybody just decides June 2023 just has to be the month that we just take everybody's money.
Yeah. Because it's going to be bad, man.
In years past, when folks would beg them to release games in the summer, I don't know why this summer all of a sudden is the summer everybody decides they're going to release a big game. Like all the big games.
Yeah.
Diablo,
Street Fighter,
Final Fantasy, Zelda just
right before. Like a week before.
It's like, and then there's other stuff too. That's like, oh yeah, that's coming too.
It's overshadowed by the 3 juggernauts coming out in June.
Yeah. June is just hanging over. It's like,
which makes me wonder. It's like, is there something this holiday that's coming out that everybody's trying to avoid?
Well, we don't know what Call of Duty.
Yeah,
we don't know what we don't know what it is, but there is something. They have not officially said anything, but it's been leaked that there is something coming in September, October-ish. Even though they say that Modern Warfare 2 is supposed to be a 2-year game, it's not. And
I thought I heard that they weren't going to make one this year.
Yeah, that's what they had said. But all the leaks and stuff like that, which apparently the person's been right about each of these seasons and all of that stuff. There's a new game coming. And more than likely, we're going to hear about it in June around the NBA Finals, like we always do.
Of course, there's going to be a new game. It'd be business-wise, like
stupid.
Strictly business. It'd be stupid not to release a game every year because every year they sell a fuckload of copies.
And breaking their own records. I think that's got to be such just. It'd be hard for me to listen to other people if I set the records and then I break them.
Yeah.
What are you talking about? I shouldn't do that. Yeah, look what we're doing.
Yeah, it's the we all over again. What do you mean HD? We can't keep these things in stock.
You should probably make something else.
Nah. What are you talking about? I was the highest selling console again. And then the third year of, see, I told you we sold more than anybody this Christmas. What? Oh, it's not selling anymore? Like not at all?
No.
Okay, it's time to make the
Hey, look, you sent 100 million of those things out into the wild. I think enough people that are going to buy them are going to buy them.
Yeah, everybody who was going to buy one has bought one now.
And all the nursing homes
they're all buying
buying
HD TVs because they're becoming cheaper, and they're all like, "Ooh."
It's very smeared on the screen.
It sure does.
A lot of blending.
Yeah. So,
no,
but
as big as this world looks, and all like the side quests and all this stuff, I'm gonna be locked in, bud.
I'm one of the ones, like a lot of folks when they saw the Zelda, especially the last one that came out, are like, who weren't really interested are now in. Mm-hmm. I'm one of the ones that's been converted now. It wasn't like I wasn't interested in it before, but now I'm like, I might.
No, I'm locked in.
I might pick this game up early now because I'm going to play it at some point. But now it's kind of moved up the list a little bit more.
So what we were just talking about how packed June is, right? So I've already figured out my schedule mentally. It's not going to work this way, but in my mind, this is my June schedule, right? So once all 3 games are completely released, so if you for some reason if you watch the stream, which I hope you do, Final Fantasy is probably going to be what we play at least a couple of hours each stream, but Street Fighter reps have to be happening.
Oh yeah,
right?
Yeah.
They have to happen. Yeah. Need the reps. Okay. Also, Steven made a comment about what me and Zach going to do when the NBA season is over and we don't have anything else to watch and all that. We're playing Street Fighter every day. Okay, the reps are going to happen. But then the evening times, the times where we may be the gang, get the band together, Diablo time. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna try to do some Diablo stuff. That'll be pretty much my gaming like availability. So I'm trying to play Destiny in my free time because I'm not doing it again. Not because I'm not going to enjoy it, but it's just not going to be able to fit into the schedule.
Man, at this point, I don't know if I'll maybe playing a whole lot of Diablo. Really? I really want to grind on Street Fighter.
Oh yeah, I mean that's what I said.
That's going to be my main game.
Diablo unfortunately has become the third tier because
it's second tier to me.
Yeah, but you're not doing this. I'm doing this.
I'm not.
I'm dolphin diving into this. This has got to happen. Okay, I really loved 15. Like 15, as I played it because I've ended up playing it like 3 times.
Golly.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You have so much time on your hands.
No. All the time you spend playing Magic
nice.
or Tarkov is the time I spend playing the same
I've
games
been
again.
stuck in WoW the last
With
month, 2 months.
12 characters that you have already maxed out. Marlboro. You see that? That's bad breath right there. That's going to be every status that you can't actually get rid of. And then, you're just going to watch your party slowly just waste away. Yeah, man. It's going to cast Frog on you.
Oh, God.
And not on like a side character so that you can use, you can rescue them. No, your main character's going to get hit with Frog. Okay. The other character's going to get hit with Silence and Blind, so they can't do nothing. It's going to be good. It's going to be a great time. But yeah, this gives me 15 vibes, man. And 15 is probably number 3 all time for me. Especially if we're not including the like old ones, like the SNES to NES ones, because 5 is probably my number 3 all time, just because I really liked the dialogue and writing in that one, and it was one of the first ones where I really, really loved the class system. It was just, oh my goodness, which Japan thought we was too stupid to understand, but that's okay. That's all right.
5 was originally 3, but they thought we wouldn't get the class system. We're too dumb.
But we got Mystic Quest, and that was pretty good.
But we did get Mystic Quest.
Hey, man.
I guess.
You got it. The greatest beginner RPG to ever be made. Okay? That's the title of that game.
Sure thing.
Yeah. You're not ready for Secret of Mana yet. Play Mystic Quest. Okay, get you there. But then like all of the different, because normally they give us, like you said, they got Ramu and like Odin. Like normally we might get one of those, and then they'll be like, well, that's the lightning element for the game. It seems like we're getting multiple versions of the elements, which is really cool. And maybe you end up seeing like which version they think is the stronger one, or like you have Ifrit, but then somebody has Phoenix, or you might have Ramu and somebody has Garuda. I don't know.
Yeah.
Put Quetzalcoatl back in the game. Stop being cowards. I want all the deep cut summons. I want Knights of the Round.
God.
I don't want you not to be able to skip it. I want you to have to watch the whole summon every time.
Where's Alexander?
Now you're starting to get real deep.
It's not that deep. I mean, it's one of the mainstays up until more recently, I guess.
Yeah. What's the one of the? Give us Yojimbo back.
Yeah.
Give us Yojimbo and
There
make
you go.
Yojimbo, which for people who don't know, in Final Fantasy X, one of the summons you can get was Yojimbo. He's a samurai and everything, right? But the cool, or sometimes not cool thing was, he would only do moves based on how much you paid him.
Yeah.
So he'd be like, "Oh, you want the super move? We got about 40,000 gil, my boy. I'm listen. If you give it to me, everybody's dead.
Yeah, this fight is over.
I will end it.
Just give me the money.
But you gave me 500 gil. Guess what? Hasasa. Not even a full strike, just a hasa. And then he would just walk away.
I'm out.
He just starts walking to the background.
Walking
Cherry blossoms come up again. Yo, he's just like, oh man, give us that stuff. Come on, man.
Oh Lord,
have fun with this. That's what I see, and that's what I hope. And then this Panzer Dragoon cutscene.
Yeah, and that's the other thing too. It's like it's like they're trying to put a lot of different games, because I was like, like Devil May Cry,
some Godzilla shit.
Well, you see it, right? Like they're doing the whole little fighting game in here. It's like, come on, man, let's
like
get
they're
it.
shooting games. You got freaking button prompts and
quick time events.
Quick time events, and epic cutscenes where you're just getting struck by lightning and
Godzilla destroy all monsters melee,
destroying all
Look at this.
Bahamut balls, whatever those are.
Is that behind? Oh yeah, it is behind. He says it up there at the top.
Yeah.
Because those we got Bahamut, we got Ifrit in the beginning, so that means we're gonna give Leviathan back, because they don't.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, sometimes they don't do Leviathan, and it makes me mad.
It's Titan, right? Yeah.
Yeah, Titan looks very similar to 15's Titan. He's not as big, obviously, because he was holding up like a moon or something in 15. But
I need Alexander.
You're not getting that.
I need
we're not gonna get Anima. We're not gonna get the Magus sisters. We're not getting none of that.
Magus sisters.
Yeah.
The reason we almost missed the school bus and would have had to stick our necks out for mom to kill us if we had to call her to drive all the way from work to drive us to school, because we missed the school bus because we were trying to beat them.
Oh, you play Chrono Trigger?
No. Final Fantasy 4.
Okay, yeah.
We had been trying to beat them Magus Sisters all weekend. Monday morning before school, we gave it one more try, and my God, we finally got rid of the one that healed. And we were down to the last one. And we're like, the school bus is coming. The school bus is coming. Hurry up. We did it. Oh no. We have to get to the save spot. Going back down the tower. I look out the window. The bus is there.
Ooh.
He gets the save spot. I run out the front door. I'm running up the street. The bus is pulling off.
No.
Thank God our friend is in the back of the bus. He happens to look as the bus pulling off. He gets them to stop. So I stop running thinking, oh no, we're dead. The bus comes back. I turn back at the house and yell, come on. He runs out the front door. We run to the bus. We make it to school, thank God. Because we had her come and pick us up when we beat Valvolus.
Yeah, this is a pattern.
Well, this was the second time, yeah. Because it was whooping. Yeah, it was the same thing with Valvolus, I believe. Is we were finally beating her, and we beat her on a Monday morning, and we were like, yes,
first of all,
we actually did it, and looked down and was like, oh shoot, this bus left like 15 minutes ago.
I don't think I ever played video games before school.
Hold on.
I was trying to wake up.
First and foremost, you guys are some monsters, because why would you even tempt yourself with cutting the game on not even just a video game, because it's not like you're playing Smash TV or something, right? Mm-hmm. You're playing RPGs, knowing that
it was our first RPG. That was the first RPG we were really into. We hated everyone before we played that one. So
understandable, but like, why are you doing this to yourself, knowing that you have to get the save points and it's time for school?
I mean, it was so much story, man. We had to find out about the big whale and
bro. The moment I have to cut the game off and I couldn't save and I was playing that game, that's why I got to. That's it.
We had to try to save Yang and his kingdom, and it was a lot going on, man.
I understand, but y'all living reckless. Y'all living real reckless out here, okay? And I don't appreciate it.
So it's good times though.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But yeah, she had to come pick us up after we did that because we had a science project to turn in that day. And we would have failed. So we had to call her. And she's like, I'm never doing this again. No. Never going to happen again.
Never even potentially going to happen, because we're never going to play the game before school.
Cue the boss battle for Final Fantasy IV.
Terrible.
Yeah. So.
Well, yeah, we're all in on Final Fantasy 16. Like all the different all the different versions of gameplay they have. Yep. The story is being done by the people from 14, which as a person who hadn't played a lot of 14, the little I played, I really enjoyed, and the people who seem to love it really do love it. So that makes me even more. And they did a lot of stuff in 14 that was like references to old Final Fantasy, so they get it. I think that's one of the biggest things. They understand the lore they're dealing with. So yeah, it's gonna be good, but we got some more stuff coming. What else we got coming up, man? What have we seen that's new and exciting?
I don't know.
You don't know if it's exciting? Oh.
No, there's another game. I don't know what was going on last week, but there was like a bunch of trailers that came out last week.
I thought it was some sort of festival, but PAX was like two weeks before that.
Yeah.
So these trailers aren't from that, but they're just like popping up.
They're
getting ready for summer games?
Getting ready for summer games. These might be companies that aren't going to take part in that. So they're just like, let's just go ahead and get our stuff out now.
Maybe.
And we can show it again.
We're still like 2 months away from that, 3 months away from that.
So yeah, it's June.
It's June.
Yeah, it's gonna be. That's the other thing. All these games.
I got everything that has a date is already in here, so I'm ready.
It's.
By the way, the Ubisoft thing is when we'll be recording the podcast, so we might have to watch that live. Anyway,
I may okay.
Well, I mean, they already showed what they're going to show at Ubisoft. When we look at this next game,
might be maybe we get some. What's the Division MMO?
Oh, Heartlands.
Yeah,
because we haven't heard anything from Division Heartlands.
Maybe they'll talk about the pirate game,
Skull and Bones.
Yeah, talk about how it's canceled.
But yeah, so this last week game was, I guess, I don't know if it wasn't officially announced, but
closed beta. Like they
started beta.
Yeah, because people already knew about the game. It's called X Defiant. And it's supposed to be. People keep calling it the Call of Duty killer, but
I wouldn't say.
I don't call it Call of Duty. I would just call it a competition, like a game similar. It's Ubisoft's Call of Duty.
Yeah, I mean that's that's what it is. They want their competitive first person shooter, but not in the same sense of like Rainbow Six. This is more of fast paced, actiony. Obviously more over the top than most of the other shooting games that they've done.
Yeah, because pretty much every Ubisoft game has some like grounded. It's grounded in some kind of realism.
Yeah,
and this one isn't as much.
It's like taking the stuff that they had in the Division and stuff that they had in Rainbow Six, and multiplying it by 10 and putting it into a more fast paced. You're supposed to die and respawn type of environment. Which most of their other games is like, oh, you died, you messed up, that's it. Round over type of thing.
Is that a big dog? Oh shoot, that's a big dog.
Yeah.
A lot of people are saying it looks a lot like Black Ops 2.
Yep. Which I definitely agree on that too. Like you could like just the HUD type thing, like where the crosshairs and how the points are coming up and the font and stuff like that. It is very Black Ops 2 era type of stuff.
And it's gonna have different classes.
Which you don't have to pick the same class when you're on your team. I mean not class, same faction, because that was something that they made note that you could pay.
Oh, is there like different factions?
Yeah, there's different factions, and that's where each of the different classes, there's usually a representative of them in each faction, but they operate differently. But you don't have to have the same faction on your team. You can all be different factions.
Then why even have the factions?
Yeah, I mean, I don't. Hey, man, you asking the wrong person.
No, I need you to answer me.
Visuals.
What about visuals?
Each of the people in different factions have distinct looks, so it gives them different types of classes but different looks.
So I'm gonna be confused when I'm trying to shoot somebody that's on my team.
No, because you better look at the red or blue name over their head.
Oh, so it's not realistic.
No, not at all. Look at this. There's a lot of stuff going on. The healing seems 110% necessary in this.
Yeah, I mean, well, I play it. I'll give it a dabble, but
It's gonna be free to play.
I'm about to say, is it free to play?
Yeah, it's free to play. That's true.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's gonna get everybody at least to give it a
Try
look.
it.
Yeah. That's all you want. You want people to be able to give you a shot, and then you can prove to them if they should be playing or not.
They playing an Overwatch map?
You know what? Hold on. Speaking of maps, this game is launching. They said it's launching with 14 maps.
That's pretty good.
Like
Wow.
they said there will be multiple maps per season.
I wonder what their pay structure is going to be like. Because obviously you can't just make a game just to make a game for free and then not have some way of making money.
Well, it says live service. It's going to be battle passes. It's going to be skins. Yeah.
That makes sense. Oh, so do you have to pay for maps then when they release them?
That they hadn't said.
I
don't think they would do that if you want to
to.
keep your player base.
Yeah,
Like
on the same.
then it's like it's been pretty understood for a while now.
Yeah, you don't want to, because Call of Duty used to do that where you had to have all certain map packs to get in certain modes, and then
Halo too.
Yeah, and they realized that they were
It made things weird.
Because then you're cutting the player base into segments, and then each successive map pack that you release, cut it into smaller and smaller and smaller slice.
Yep.
So yeah, I remember when Halo 5 was just like everybody's going to have everything in multiplayer. They never made more money. They're like, we should have been doing this the whole time.
Yeah, the company's trying to squeeze every little bit out of people, and then realizing like, okay, you can only do it this way. Like I'm happy that they're starting to realize that they don't have to try to nickel and dime every aspect of it. Like find the things that are acceptable. Cosmetics is always the best way to make money.
Again, yeah.
They did say that there wouldn't be there wouldn't be weapons that would like there will be weapon skins, but there won't be weapons that you have to pay for, like bundles and stuff.
Like in Call of Duty?
Yeah, because that was kind of the shot at Call of Duty. Because Call of Duty first tried to make it to everybody can get the weapons, and then they started being weird, and now you really can't.
Now they're locked behind battle passes, right?
They're locked behind battle passes and DMZ.
That I'm okay with the DMZ thing because they want people to play the new mode,
which is fine if it also,
and it's free.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. DMZ's free. They did do something recently with DMZ that people aren't really a fan of. There are skins now for DMZ that offer certain perks.
That is kind of weird.
Yeah, like skins that come with come with 2 plates and then like a medium bag automatically.
You can buy it.
Yeah.
So now it's pay to win.
Yeah. Yeah, so people were like, why would I play DMZ when I'm gonna go in and people are gonna just have inherent bonuses on me
that swiped a credit card that I didn't swipe. Yet we bought the same game.
Yeah, because it would be like when it comes to stuff like that, make it an event, make it a free event, make people have to grind to get it, so that if somebody does get this thing, it's like no, you just
put the work in.
They put the work in. Like nobody's ever mad at people unlocking things from progressing. We just don't want people to be able.
And
to
if they
buy
are
it.
mad, they're assholes.
Yeah.
Anyway, so. Well, cool.
But I'm excited to see what they do with that game because we need more competition in that space, man. It's getting like as much as Call of Duty is selling is due to them making games that people want to play. It's also due to the fact that space is very limited.
Yeah,
especially with Battlefield being as terrible as it was. I don't know how it is now.
I hear it's better now. But an old friend of mine is wanting me to start playing. Oh crap! And I told him I would play as soon as Texas is over, and Texas is over. So
heard it here first. Nolan's gonna tell us how he thought about 2042 next week.
I'll probably be getting a text or a phone call soon. So, hey man,
it's about that time. Ready to lock in? No.
We'll see.
We get any more tech and stuff, or are they tapping out on trailers?
Looks like they're slowing down a little bit now, but I'd imagine summer games.
Oh yeah, definitely.
We'll probably start hearing some more stuff, and then it'll start picking up again. But I mean, good Lord, they have a pretty full roster as it is now.
They got a full roster of trailers for each character at this point.
Yeah. So, but I mean, it's still plenty more to go.
Then we got the Street Fighter presentation this Thursday.
Yes, sir.
420 for some reason.
with Lil Wayne.
With Lil Wayne live.
Live. It's gonna be interesting.
Yeah, I don't.
Yeah, because how is he not going to be?
First of all, how's he not going to be inebriated? First and foremost. Second, I didn't know Lil Wayne was this big of a Street Fighter fan. I'd heard Mortal Kombat, which is par for the course, dude from New Orleans and Mortal Kombat, right up, people's alleys there.
I mean, you can be a fan of anything for enough money.
True. Well, he
they want to pay me how much?
I'll play SpongeBob Bikini Bottom.
Oh yeah. First and foremost, I would.
First of all, game's not so bad.
Not so bad. Second of all, money for that?
Yeah,
sure.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, I play one of these platforming games that I don't particularly enjoy. One of the hard ones, like have me on getting cooked on Celeste for 1,000 times for some money.
Oh my God.
Sure.
Yeah.
That's what we're doing.
Yeah, sure.
It's recreational, loss for money.
But they keep saying it's going to be
loads of surprises,
big announcements and stuff, and it's like if the announcement is only the test, I'm thinking they're gonna. I'm thinking it's gonna be all based around the War Tour mode and the Battleground mode, and then they're probably gonna at least tease the 4 DLC characters.
Now, if their surprise announcement isn't you can download the game now, get the fuck out of my face.
That is very much a good chance. It's like, we're going to have an open test and it starts right now.
I'm not talking. No. You don't understand me. I'm talking about the actual fucking game.
Oh, the game?
He wants a full release.
I want full release.
We changed
That's
it.
not going to happen.
After printing.
Sony just announced this weekend that you can start preloading it on the 30th of May.
When you preload it on 30th of May, it's just a full game.
I mean, it'll be full game. It won't be unlocked until June 2nd, though.
Somebody else.
Which I swear to God, if that's one of those Steam games that everybody else has been playing since midnight the night before, but Steam doesn't unlock till like 1 p.m.
Oh yeah, Steam does some weird.
Pissed.
Yeah, Steam does some weird launches.
It sure do. It's like, all right, I can sit down and play this. What? It's not out yet. It's on the day. What the hell? It'll unlock at 1 p.m.
There are people playing right now,
and I'm watching everybody on console play right now.
It's fine. I'm in my mind. It's not playable until June 2nd when I wake up.
And
not if I'm up at midnight on June 2nd.
No, you got to go to sleep first.
I got to go to sleep and wake up. Then I know I'll be able to play it.
Christmas Day.
Yeah, I'm not gonna be like, ooh, I wonder if it's gonna be unlocked at like such.
No, I plan on going to sleep. Like
going to sleep.
Yeah, I plan on going to sleep the day before and just like trying to speed the process up. Because even if it's at midnight, I won't go sleep. I wake up and play it. Preloaded though. I'm definitely gonna preload it, and I generally don't do that. But with this, it seems like it might be important to go ahead and preload because who knows what them servers are gonna be like.
Well, that's what hopefully the open test will batten out. Because again, it's a beta test, not a demo. They're testing out the online stuff, the crossplay, the just all of it. So because the first one, I thought the online worked great. The second one, there was a couple of hiccups here and there, and the tournaments still didn't work after the first day. So that's still kind of an issue they've had.
You mean the ones that you could sign up for?
Yeah. Because I was going to play one, and by the time I went to go sign up for it, they had brought them all down again. It's like, son of a.
I'm just getting the game to play. I don't even plan on playing Street Fighter. I just want to play all the little arcade games.
Playing Sun.
Hey man, that is pretty cool.
I said, I maintain this for them. If they want to advertise those Capcom arcade collections, like that little app or whatever, that would be the perfect place to just slip a game.
Because a lot of those games are on either the beat 'em up collection or the Street Fighter collection, or one of them.
Like if you start doing the outside Capcom
Capcom cabinets, because those games are gonna cycle through every day.
Yeah.
So you could just be like, hey, if you want to keep playing this, over there, or you can wait till next month when it comes back around again.
Oh, the day they put Saturday Night Slam Masters on there, don't ask me to join no lobbies with y'all. Dun. You gonna see my dude playing hunched over it the whole time.
Fortunately, there still won't be online multiplayer in the multiplayer games, but they have kind of hinted at, yet. Yeah. So we'll see.
They gonna have to. If they are committed to it, the way they say that they are. They need to get those things figured out, like within,
the fact that it's even in there, I thought those cabinets would just be somewhere where you can sit down and watch stuff. I never thought, they're not actually going to put the full games on there. The full games are on there.
Them games is like 500 kilobytes.
Cyberbots,
yeah. Cyberbots might be a megabyte.
Yeah.
Anything with the CPS2 cabinet.
Well, yeah, anything those are CPS2 and up.
There'll be a few megabytes there. It can get a little thick. But like Alien versus Predator.
Oh my God! If they put that on there,
slide it in.
That's it.
But that's what I'm saying.
They would have to put online multiplayer in there then.
Yeah, because they'd be wasting time. But that's the potential that Street Fighter 6 represents.
I would buy Street Fighter 6 just to have access to that game. Because otherwise, I got to buy the little weird fight stick thing.
Is that what they put it on?
That's the only thing. That's the only other thing that's ever been on. And everybody's like, "So you bought the license for this thing, but not the consoles that everybody wants to play it on?" I don't know.
Yeah, we did.
I don't get it. But yeah, I'm probably more interested in all the single player offline stuff in 6 than I am in as anything else.
Also, with all the War Tour mode with the character creator, I'm just gonna wait for somebody's breakdown on how to just make El Forte, because there's gonna be a dude.
Immediately
they're gonna be like, you want to make El Forte look exactly like it. Either they won't let you. Here's how you do it. Be like, yeah.
Well, don't forget there'll be codes or whatever that folks can just give other folks. So I presume you'll go to like GameFAQs or something, and somebody will have a code for every character. So here's Akuma, here's
Goku, Wolverine, Shuma Gorath. I don't know how I pulled that one off.
And hey, you saw what folks did with Soul Calibur.
Oh yeah,
the last one.
Yeah,
I mean they have an actual transforming stuff. Yeah, and it's like, how do they do this?
How come y'all can't do this?
Phallic stuff that obviously not in the game, but doggone it, somebody found a way to do it.
You said what?
Phallic.
Okay.
Dicks.
I was just making sure that's what you said.
Yes. Yeah.
You obviously was not keeping up with that whole thing when the game first came out. They go through such lengths to make sure that you can't do anything like that.
And people
doggone the first day, here's a giant.
Yeah, Seth from 40 Super Bad drawn Dickman.
Yep.
Here's a guy with a 8-foot dong with that like changed light colors and stuff. It's like, how did he do this? It's just ridiculous.
I just know the guy because it was a guy. Okay, first and foremost, I'm very confident in that statement. The guy sitting at his computer and being like, "I've done it." Like
I'm him.
when they talk about him, they're talking about
They
me.
talk about me,
No
yeah.
matter how much they try to take the dick out the game, I put the dick back in it.
Yep. It's insane.
8 foot glowing. It spins.
But if they can figure out how to do that, it's going to be all over SF6.
Well, it seems like they
All over.
also like you could tell from some of the stuff they were doing when they were showing some of the like things you can unlock as you go through the mode, and I'm assuming you go to a shop or something and buy stuff.
Yeah.
It's clearly going to have things from the actual characters in there so that you could,
Oh yeah.
We've already seen a luchador mask.
Yeah. So you already know, like, just being able to just put if they let you put like any other layers on top of anything, then it's already over with.
Yeah. I also want more clarification on the difference between the current currencies, because I know one currency only works in War Tour mode, and then whatever the currency that only works in War Tour mode also works in
Battle Hub.
Battle Hub, which also has a separate currency too.
So then the currency that only works in War Tour mode doesn't only work in War Tour mode, is what you're telling me.
Well, you only get it in War Tour mode, but it
you
works.
only receive it in okay.
Yes. Yeah. But it works in the other one. But the drive ticket.
I called it too.
It was funny because you're like, the money that only works in World Tour mode also works in.
Also works, yeah,
like,
yeah.
wait, wait a minute.
No, but one of them you can only earn in War Tour mode, and then
you.
the other one.
Yeah, he actually you.
Yeah, sure did.
Streak is over.
So it's drive tickets, and
Fight money.
it's not fight money. It's fight something. Fight coins now.
I don't understand
It's
why
fight-
we're not
Then
doing
just stick
that.
with fight money. Okay, first of all,
I know.
Like, why
I
you doing?
know. But again, you remember there was the whole thing where they tried to charge for fight money for a while.
Isn't it fight
and
coins now?
It's fight coins now, yeah. And the fight coins is the main currency for
Battle Hub.
Battle Hub. I don't know.
So
why
I
I keep
think
forgetting.
so. Is it going to be to where?
But I think there's only stuff that you'll only be able to get in War Tour mode.
But yeah, so because that's my question is like, if I have to create a Battle Hub character and a World Tour guy? Or?
No, you create a World Tour guy. You create a guy. If it's like the test was, the first thing you do is create a guy.
Okay.
And that's the guy. I presume you're going to take that guy into War Tour mode and also into.
I'm gonna make Avatar.
You want to make an actual avatar? Yeah.
See, have you seen
The blue people.
Have you seen the freaking Attack on Titan characters that folks have made?
Like the Titans, or
just the oddities. Just the folks with bodies this short, but like skinny legs, like all the way up here, and a head like a blimp.
I was watching Max play the beta, and just people just randomly walk into the screen to show off their character.
Yes.
It's just like,
looking preposterous.
yeah, I'm like, what are y'all doing?
What?
Everybody looking like praying mantises or things that came out of like HP Lovecraft stuff.
Exactly.
Like, what are we doing?
Half the people was looking like, you ever see when people hack like 2K and they like hack all the measurements so where they have the longest and tallest character, and they're like giant praying mantis looking dudes and they're dunking from the 3-point line. That's how them characters looking at Street Fighter. It's like,
it is.
what are these Monstars?
Yep.
Actually, that's what I should. I should make one of the Monstars.
Yeah.
Make the Charles Barkley one.
We should all make Monstars.
We should all make Monstars, Nolan. You get the Tall Shine Bradley one.
I'll take Muggsy Bogues.
You take the Muggsy Bogues? He's actually one of my favorites. Him and the Charles Barkley one, they were my favorites. The Monstars weren't in the wrong, okay? They just work for the wrong people.
Okay.
I'm a Monstars truther. One of my crusades.
But speaking about Street Fighter, we have here, we don't really advertise a whole lot about our local stuff that goes on.
Maybe we should. Maybe we should.
I don't know.
Too
Who
late.
knows? But anybody that is in the area, in the Mobile area, or
Gulf Coast.
Alabama, or
Just
anything,
Gulf Coast as a whole, yeah.
yeah, we are doing a big Street Fighter Day when the game. Well, not when the game comes out, but shortly after, June 16th. It's called Gulf Coast Throwdown Oops All Street Fighter, and we're gonna have tournaments for Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo, Street Fighter 3 Third Strike, Ultra Street Fighter 4, and then obviously Street Fighter 6.
Side bracket for Street Fighter EX plus Alpha.
No. But yeah, so if you are
In the Gulf Coast.
in the Gulf Coast area,
Yep.
or anywhere in the world, you can come.
You still, I mean, technically you
still
can.
can.
Anybody can come, yeah.
Yes.
Anybody can get it too. No, man.
June 17th, we're having our Street Fighter Day. It's gonna be fun.
Can't wait.
It's gonna be first of all, like you said, it's a celebration of Street Fighter, right? Which is just, I know sometimes we get on the Street Fighter, we get to ride in the jockstrap pretty hard, and that's just because Street Fighter is a fantastic series that we've all enjoyed in different variations and forms because it's been around so long, and it is like the original.
It's generational.
Yeah, it's like the cornerstone of the fighting game genre, and in every even version of the entries turns out really good.
Yeah.
Okay, the odd entries, not so much. We was punching and kicking pads, and then, as Nolan put it, a bunch of weirdos. And then we got slow
bare
5-5s, you know.
Bare bones package.
Yeah. But this seems like it's going to be it's going to allow us a chance to really celebrate the series as a whole, which it also looks like what Capcom is doing. It's trying to do more to celebrate the series.
Yeah.
Because all of the remake stuff with the Resident Evil franchise and just being able to lean into a strong brand, Capcom seems to, I guess, realize that they can do that. Mm-hmm. So we just want to kind of keep that energy going, and it's gonna be a bunch of and you get to play the old ones because people always, won't say always, but people come up to us and they're like, y'all should do, oh man, Street Fighter 2, that was my game. Can't nobody beat me on that. And it's like, okay, well, it's gonna be.
Turns out everybody in the room can beat you in this game.
Yes, easily actually.
You're free.
Yeah.
Streets is saying you're free, bud. I just thought you should know. I'm not saying that's what I said.
But come prove us otherwise.
Yeah, come on. And we're trying to. We want to revive the FGC scene led by Street Fighter. So this is one of the things we're going to try to do to get this going.
Yeah, and hopefully, if it goes well, we're going to try and do a weekly Street Fighter tournament. Because unfortunately, the mobile FGC scene is kind of dead. I hate to say it, but it's really just 3 guys, and we got to try and get people come out of their closets.
Yeah, and I understand, like, there's so many like not big fighting games. It's a bunch of small fighting games right now. Like, and I know people don't want to like to admit that, and I don't really care because they don't pay me to tell you that they're big and they're not. But they're not as big as what it once was. Just like as esports has taken off, the FGC has not grown at the same rate that esports has as a whole.
Yeah.
And part of that is because they haven't had the game to take the charge like a Street Fighter, you know.
Like Street Fighter 4 did back when it came out.
Street Fighter 4, yeah, is what kind of ushered fighting games kind of sort of into it at least.
No, that's what I mean. That was the game that really brought the eyes, the level of competition, the support from the actual community, you know. So this is where people were able to start supporting things even if you weren't actually there. Like you could support Team Spooky or whoever, just because you enjoyed what they were trying to do for.
And
the
I think
FGC.
that's what helped MVC3 do as well as it did.
Exactly,
it's because of Street Fighter 4.
Yep.
Mm-hmm. And now that we're gonna get MVC4 next year, fingers crossed.
Apparently.
Hey,
Street Fighter 6 is.
In the words of Cable and MVC2, I'm ready. All right, you guys know how much Street Fighter and Capcom as a whole have influenced even just what we do on this thing. I mean, we got noises and whatnot, you know, allegedly. So I'd like to see, you know, as a whole, we're trying to get that feeling back, and maybe not in the same exact way. Obviously, times are much different. Everything is a little more advanced, and there are different ways and avenues that things can be presented and stuff. But there's also something about coming together with people face to face, and just playing the game not just to win. Like obviously everybody wants to win, right? But this stuff is supposed to be fun, and Street Fighter it feels fun. That's what we need. We need more fun games, and not just
they need to make a fighting game again.
Yes,
they were making fighting games, but we need a game,
a full game.
Yeah, a full game, something that I can do besides fighting.
I mean, punching and kicks will be involved at every turn, okay? Either whether I'm punching across a roof to another roof, as I saw in one of the War Tour trailers.
Or if I'm tearing up a old Civic, or...
I mean, there's a lot of Civics out here that need to be roundhouse, Zach.
Yep.
Okay, who else is going to kick the wheels off of it? Okay, it's my job.
Yeah, we're here at Engage Game, we're going to try and bring the roots back.
Bring people back to the essence, okay?
But yeah.
Mano y mano.
Well, I think that's that's an episode. Appreciate everybody hanging out with us this week. Make sure you follow our YouTube, like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you leave a review on iTunes, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts.
5 stars, unless you just want to be a jerk, and I know you're not. So 5 stars, please.
Yeah, appreciate everybody hanging out with us. See y'all next week. Peace.